Hi folks, welcome to Carl's Vaping Reviews once again, and welcome to the video. First day of recovery for me after a fantastic weekend at Vape Fest camping. I went on the Saturday, met up with a few AV guys as well. John was there, John Bold, who I had this from. This is for the review that I'm going to do shortly, but I've got to get this out the way first. Because it was just a fantastic weekend at Vape Fest. Like I say, I met up with John Bold, Alex was there, Stephen Bradley, Ian Oldham, Chris, I can't think of his second name, sorry, Chris. Lots of others as well. If I haven't mentioned you, I'm sorry. Not brilliant with names, but we had a fantastic day, or weekend, should I say. And the sun was absolutely blazing. Look at my head. It's absolutely, my head and my neck are really sore. And yesterday I was just zonked when I got in yesterday. A few too many beers, I think. But yeah, it was a great weekend had by all. I think these vape festivals now are more like juice festivals, because there was hardware at this vape fest, but there wasn't much. A lot of it was to do with juice, because that's where the money's made for these vendors now, etc. But yeah, tried some great juices, tested some really good juices out. Perino, excellent juices. Al Diablo, 12 Monkeys, brilliant. And I bought myself some snake oil, 150ml from T-Max Juices, 100ml they give me, which I purchased, and they give me a 50ml extra as well. So thanks to the guys there at T-Max Juices for that. I'm just laying them sleep a little bit, by the way. Now, review time. What we've got for review today is a really nice little sub-ohm kit from Tesla. Now, I haven't used a tube mod for ages. I'm box mods galore now. Most of us are. But this is a really good and really surprised me pick up and go mod that will fire anything really. It fires down to 0.1 ohms. And what it is it's a dual kit. I'll show you on close-ups, but it's got two drawers. In the first drawer at the top is the instruction manual and a tube battery mod. Similar to like your CF Max from Aspire, if you're thinking like that. And then it also comes with this Tesla Vortec tank, which is, and then this is your tank with a supplied 0.5 ohm coil and a 0.2 ohm coil, both cancel, and a USB lead. So a nice little kit. And for how much they're going to be, I'm not sure how much they're going to be, but from what I've sort of researched and that, they're not going to be much money at all, and a real good pick up and go device for me. And I've been really impressed with it. The Tesla Vortec tank's not set up, so I'm just going to screw my because I've sort of like left it in its box for review. I've just cleaned it out, so I'm just going to put on what I've been using on this little battery mod, which is my Aspire Triton with a I've been using my Triton with the Majanus or the Magnus coils in, which is a 0.2 ohm dual parallel vertical coil in these. And you know, it's a 5-click on, 5-click off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's off. So it's not firing now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, that's it. It's what it is it comes in 3 colours: black carbon, grey carbon, and stainless steel. And it has a silver-plated brass electrode, which is your 510. It has a dimension of 22mm diameter, 87mm high. So really small. I mean, that's an 18650 battery. So if you're looking at the mod itself, you know, it's against an 18650 battery, it's not that much bigger than an 18650 battery in length. Now the capacity on this is only 1800 milliamps, but I've sort of had it running this for over half a day, which is pretty good because it's a 0.2 ohm bottom vertical coil, bottom dual vertical coil in this. So you know, if you're finding something 0.5, it might last you. If you're not vaping, you know, if you're not chain vaping, it might last you a full day. But it's got it outputs at a maximum of 100 watts, so you can get 100 watts out of this maximum. It's a maximum output voltage of 4.2 volts, and it has a maximum output current of 40 amps. And like I said, it fires down as a minimum resistance of 0.1 ohms, which is really good on something like that. And it fires up to 3.5 ohms, so it's got a minimum resistance of 0.1, which will fire it safely at that, because it has all the inbuilt features, safety features on this. And is there anything else I need to tell you? Yes, voltage indicating. So as you can see now, it's blue. It's coming up blue. So that's firing between 3.7 and 4.2 volts. When you see the red, when that turns red, it's firing between 3.2 and 3.7 volts. Because obviously, as the battery depletes, so does the power from the battery. And obviously, when it's in red, don't use it for much longer, too much longer in red mode, because you'll need to start charging it shortly, which you can do via the USB port. It's got a micro USB on the side here. But one thing that it didn't have, which I was a bit disappointed about, was it didn't have any pass through. So once it's charging, it can't you can't use it. It has to be fully charged up before you can, or it has to be unplugged from the cable for you to use it. Because that was the first thing I checked out. And the carbon finish on it is nice, really nice on it. The carbon finish, so it gets, so you can see, that's what it's like with the Triton. So you know, really good, really nice. I've been surprised, and this is the performance. As you can see, me Vapefest washings on the radiator behind me. It's just hanging there. The radiator's not on. Yeah, it fires anything, you know. And then just for shits and giggles, to prove, this is a 0.15 ohm quad coil TFV4. I know it's 24.5mm, so it's not going to look great on this, but this is just to show you that it does fire. That's a TFV4 quad coil in there, as you can see. Plenty of power, plenty of power. You know, it doesn't look too good because you've got that step on it, but it does fire the TFV4 as well. So, you know, you can stick your RDAs on here if you want. Some of them will be have a little gap because RDA 510s tend to be a little bit. This is not coiled up, but this is an Evil Monk, which looks pretty good on it. And oh, it is coiled up. 2 seconds. Hey, I didn't think I'd coil this up. Evil Monk. You know, great. It is a really. I've been really pleased with it. So let's take that Evil Monk off. So yeah, I've been really pleased with this. I'm not sure if it's a stainless steel 510 or not. Anyway, we'll go down for close-ups, and I'll show you it close up, and we'll see you down at the table, guys. Right, guys, here we are close up with the Tesla 1 sub-ohm kit, and this is the box. Tesla on the front, and you have a little moniker on the top there, which, if I get it in focus, says Tesla 1, and then it says max power 100 watts. You can see that. 0.10 ohm minimum resistance. It denotes a blue one on the back. It's black. Forgive me if you can't see this. It's black on black, which is a bit rubbish. It needs to be of a white or a silver colour so people can see it. But it's hard to see it in real time here, but it denotes a blue one I've got. But from their website, the kit comes with a black carbon battery, a grey carbon battery, or a stainless steel carbon battery, not a blue one, but they do a blue and a red Tesla 1 mod. But so I don't know why that ticks on the blue, but this is the black carbon finish one. We have a Tesla scratch and sniff authenticity there with QR code and the CE markings, etc. Tesla SIGs made in China and their moniker, but this needs to be silver on here, I think. Tesla, the same as it is on the front, not black on black. It's hard to see. So what we've got is two drawers. First drawer in the top and the second drawer in the bottom. Really nice packaging. So we'll put that to one side. We are out of focus because I'm just in close up, so we'll put the tank to one side for a second, because this does come with a tank as well, because it's a kit. This is the instruction manual. If you want to pause the video, you can do. Now this is a dual instruction manual. It does the Tesla 1 and the Tesla 2. This is the Tesla 1 specs here, so we're just reading these features here. Let's see if we can get it in a little bit better focus for you. There we are. Main features there, Tesla 1 mod, etc. 1800 milliamp battery, 100 watts maximum output, and then on this side here it tells you how to power on and off and your voltage indication, etc. So yeah, a decent enough manual. It's just a flip open card, but it doesn't need to tell you that much because it's a single battery mod at the end of the day. There's no screen involved, so we take the battery out of the nice styrofoam packaging, and then this is what we've got. Nice glossy finish to the carbon, really nice finish. Tesla 1 here, which is a print, and then we have a smoked sort of plasticky, but it does rattle a little bit, but it's not noticeable very much at all. And it's 5 click on, 5 click off, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Denotes blue LED denotes that it's higher than 3.7 volts outputting it. So it's between 3.7 and 4.2 when it's firing blue. If that was firing red, then it's between 3.2 and 3.7 volts. And on the other side, we have I'll turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 flashes, and then it's off. Micro USB. And then on the bottom, it tells you, if we can get the glare off it, because it's a chromey finish to it. 40 amp max. 0.10 minimum. 1800 milliamp battery. And 100 watts maximum output. And then you've got your battery venting holes, if anything did go wrong with the battery. And then we have on the top, it's a stainless steel thread by the looks of it, but it has this chrome coating to the top as well. But it has an adjusting pin in there. It is all the way adjusted down at the moment, but it's not reverse threaded. It's a normal threaded pin, so you can unscrew that pin if you needed to make contact with your 510. But it's not a spring loaded pin. It's a manual adjustment pin. So that's that, but it does unscrew the normal way. It's not reverse threaded. So that's that, guys. That's the battery. So we'll just plot that to one side for a second, and then we'll get the tank and the other bits and pieces out. So what you get in the tank kit at the bottom here is your Tesla Vortec tank, a spare coil, and a USB lead, which I've not used because I've got plenty here. I've just been using the lead that I've got plugged in already, but it does come with the lead just in case anybody hasn't got one. And everybody's seen a micro USB lead before. Now I'll show you this coil because it's not been used. This is the 0.2 ohm coil. Now I've got to go in pretty tight and close in on this, hopefully. Let's just get autofocus off. Right, now this coil That's this is the 0.2 ohm coil. Count full again. And it has 3 holes for wicking. And there's only ever 2 holes exposed. So if you choose the biggest hole, which you just choose like that, it doesn't click into place, you just have to hover it over. It's not doesn't click into that place, you have to manually adjust it yourself. Each one of them holes has a like a wattage denotation to it, so if you're using it different watts, it's saying that's the hole you should be out. So like 0 to 30 watts, you should be using the smallest hole. 30 to 50 watts, the medium size hole, and 50 to 80 watts, the biggest hole. But if you, I just say it's just for different viscosities of juice, really. They just use the wattage adjustment as the whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's a. If you're using high VG, then you need the biggest hole open, and if you're using quite thin juice, you need the smallest hole exposing the cotton. So if you're using thin VG, you'd need to get this hole exposing there, which is the smallest one. And massive airflow on it, massive. It has a piece of gauze around the, but it's horizontal coil, as you can see, and it does have threading inside here, because that's how the tank gets threaded together, as it uses the coil to enclose it. So this is the tank, guys. Let's just zoom out a little bit. So this is the tank, and it has a proprietary drip tip, which people might not like because it's a screw-on drip tip, and you can't put your own drip tips on, so it's that one only. And it is a wide bore, and it is a very big wide bore as well. It is, looking at it, probably 14 mil wide, and at the bottom it goes down to, it's 10 mil wide at the bottom, so it's 14 down to 10, and it screws in to the top like that. Then it has a nice airflow system on it, open both sides, so you can choose. It's got these little knobbles on it, for want of a better word, so you can close it up as much as you want, and then that'll be the same both sides. Or you can have it wide open if you want, but widest open. This is an airy, a very airy drawer, very airy. Has this heat fin design at the bottom, and it says Tesla Vortec. Now I've already done the Tesla Vortec TC tank in my earlier review, so it's exactly the same tank, apart from I did an earlier review a couple of months back of the Tesla Vortec TC tank, which the only difference is it comes with NI coils instead of Canthal coils, and it has TC written on underneath here. But apart from that, it's exactly the same tank. So if you want to go back and look at that review, rather than me showing you this in depth now, it's exactly the same tank as that. So that's the tank, guys. And just go back and watch the review on the Tesla Vortec TC tank. It just saves me showing you all this again here, because it's exactly the same, and it has a 510 copper 510 thread there, which don't believe, which is adjustable. As you can see, it is adjustable, so you could effectively use this on a hybrid, because that's adjustable, that copper, because it does stick out a fair distance, which is unusual for a sub-ohm tank. And all you do is you just unscrew this and you fill it up to there. You can, because you've got this empty space at the top here, you can unscrew this coil, screw it onto there, and don't screw it tight, but screw it onto there, just so you can fill it right up to the top. So when you put this on, you can screw, and you don't lose your extra space in the tank then. but you can screw it on like that. So you just push it on, and then it screws up. Well, that's the tank, guys. I've got the full review. I've got a full review of that tank. It's exactly the same, like I said, as the Tesla Vortec TC, and you know, the coils are not the best in flavour. I've had better, and I've had better wicking. I always thought, even on my earlier review, that it needed probably 3 or even 4. Even though it's got these big holes, there's only ever 2 holes exposed. So if you're using high VG juice, I thought it needed an extra wicking hole on this coil. But it's a horizontal coil, so that's it, guys, for the close-up. So that is, let me just screw it all together now on the close-up. Let me just get this back out again. Right. See, I was after it. So effectively, guys, this is what you get in the kit, and it screws up really neatly and flushly. Really neatly and flush. A new word I invented there, and that's how it looks, people. Really nice. So lengthwise, with the tank on, it's as roughly as big as this ruler, to be honest. My SpongeBob, which is, well, yeah, it's 150 odd centimeters with the tank on, because the tank's quite a large tank. But that's the tank, guys, on the Tesla. That's the kit you get in this kit. That's the device you get. So that's the close-ups, guys. So we'll go back up to the top. I'll fill this Tesla up and we'll have a vape on it and see the performance from it. So see you at the top, guys. Hi folks, welcome back up. Got the Tesla Vortec filled up now. Excuse me. And sitting on the battery it comes with, like you can see. And we'll have a quick vape on it. Lovely. Fantastic. The airflow. I've only got the airflow half open on here, and it's really airy. Really, really airy. I mean, I could still lung hit it fine with just that hole open. (70-30) juice in there. It's wicking okay. I find the 80-20 is a little bit suspect on wicking. I have to really sort of tighten that up or let it sit for a bit. I've got a couple of borderline dry hits from 80-20 juice. Well, I think but it is wicking. I can see the bubbles coming up in it. 70-30 wicks lots better if you've got 70-30 juice. If you're 80-20, with the 80-20, I made a little few. I got a little needle like this, and just poke some holes into the 2 exposed cotton wicks, and then it started wicking a bit better than with 80-20. But this is the 0.2 ohm coil in here, single horizontal coil. As you can see, performance is fantastic for a little mod like that. The performance is great. Yeah, it's only 1800 milliamp, but it's not. I don't think if people are going to buy this, it's not going to be for how cheap it's going to be. I think the price is still to be confirmed from John at boldvape.co.uk, but it's not going to be overly expensive at all, and a great little setup for someone. Even for me, I've been using this quite regularly. You know, I've got IPv3 allies and temperature control, and I've been picking this up and sort of just going out with it. You don't even have to use this tank if you don't want to. You can stick whatever tank, like I said, you can stick whatever tank you want on it. I've used this tank now at the end of the video for people to see how the tank performs, and you can see the vapor. The flavour's not too bad. I've had better flavour from things like the Triton, and I've got the TFV4, obviously, But my Triton has a cancel coil in. A few of my other atomizers at the moment haven't got. I've got temperature control coils in, so I'm having to. Well, that's my Triton, and I've been using it with that, my Triton and that, and it's fantastic. Only because I get better flavour from the Triton than I do the Tesla Vortex TC, but it does suffice for because it comes in a kit form. It does suffice, that does. But I do get better flavour from this. The vapor production from this is fantastic though. That's the Triton. Fantastic flavour from the Triton. Let me just stick a few more on so I can just show you. Yeah, I've got a Flybone RDA. I can't fire it because it's got a nickel build in it, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it has. But that's the Flybone on it. What else can I put on there to show you what you might have? Limo 2. That's also got a nickel build in it, sorry. But I'm just showing you how they all look on this mod. And I've also got a OBS, which also has a nickel coil in it. I've got that many temperature control devices, guys. It's well, that looks sound on there as well. That looks fantastic on there, the OBS. And that's a very underrated tank, the OBS TBCT. That with 2.5 ohm coils, cancel coils in, which I've got some there, but I've just got a nickel coil in here at the moment, is fantastic flavour from them. And like I said, we'll put that on for more shits and giggles again for the end of the video. The TFV4 with the quad coil in it, just for shits and giggles. TFV4. Yes, it sticks out a little bit, but it does work. And it's just a fantastic little mod, guys. A fantastic kit, well packaged. Just a great pick up and go device. No weight to it, really light, and it just works brilliantly. And I've had no problems with it using it at all. When you plug it in, let me just show you when you plug it in. When it's fully charged, the light will go out. Just plug this in here. Can you see that? It's hard to show you. Where are we now? There. And that's showing blue at the moment because that's the stage the light's at. Sorry, my cable's not long. And when it's fully charged, that light will go out. But if it's on red, that'll show red first. If it's on red when you plug it in, and then it'll change to blue and then go out. So when it's fully charged, there'll be no light on there. That's just telling you you've unplugged it from the charger, but you can't pass through from it because I've already tried it. But I'll try it again just in case I've missed something, but it doesn't. Last time I'm sure it was no pass through on it. So you get a series of red and blue flashing lights, then a blue light. See, there's no pass through at all. So it doesn't work for pass through, which is a shame. With it only being 1800 more. But yeah, that's a review of the Tesla One kit and Vortex tank. So thanks for John Bold of boldvape.co.uk for sending this on to me for review, and also thanks to Leo Lai of Tesla Sigs who sent John the samples for me to review. I've also got coming up the Tesla 200 TC device. That's coming shortly, as soon as I can get round to it. But thanks for watching, guys, and any comments on the video, leave your comments underneath the video on YouTube. or you can. This will be posted to the Approved Vapors Facebook group, which obviously I'm affiliated to and admin on. Must thank all the admin guys from the Approved Vapors group. We had a good weekend at Vape Fest, and I must like to thank the guys who couldn't make it to the Vape Fest and stayed at home and did all the policing of the site and etc. and kept it going. Stephen and Donaghy and Dave Brightwell and Chris Leonard, and obviously I met Alex at the Vape Fest. Great guy, and obviously John, I know him because I meet him quite often. But thanks again, guys, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next review. Thank you.